Southampton dared to anger Anfield and Liverpool. They stunned Arne Slot's team by taking the lead through Will Smallbone in the closing stages of the first half, but it only served to bring the home side and the crowd to life as Liverpool took another stride towards this season's title with a 21st league win from their 29 matches in the competition so far. The gap is now 16 points to Arsenal, who have 2 games in hand in second. Bottom side Southampton, with just 2 league wins all campaign in their 28 fixtures, kept Liverpool quiet before taking the lead in the first minute of added time through Smallbone after a calamitous mix-up between captain Virgil van Dijk and goalkeeper Alisson. Darwin Nunez then escaped with a yellow card after a tackle on Kyle Walker-Peters and Slot, serving the second match of his touchline ban after being sent off at the end of the recent derby draw with Everton, responded by ordering a triple halftime substitution. Harvey Elliott, Alexis Mac Allister and Andrew Robertson replaced Dominic Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones and Kostas Tsimikas respectively, and the changes worked a treat. Liverpool were ahead within 9 minutes of the restart. Nunez leveling from a Luis Diaz cross before he then won a penalty, which Mohamed Salah converted. Salah added a late third from the spot, after Yukinari Sugawara handled, to go joint 5th with Sergio Aguero in the Premier League goals table with 184 and become Liverpool's outright third leading scorer with 243, behind only Ian Rush, 346, and Roger Hunt, 285. Gawang Pata analyses the talking points. What were Van Dijk and Alisson doing? After being at their defensive best against Manchester City and in the second half against Paris Saint-Germain recently, Liverpool were anything but for the opening goal on Saturday. Alisson, fresh off a sensational performance against PSG in the Champions League in midweek, and Van Dijk, who has been a standout throughout the campaign, were involved in a dreadful mix-up and Will Smallbone took advantage. As halftime approached, Southampton had a throw-in on the left-hand side. Smallbone ran away from Nunez and was not picked up by any Liverpool midfielder as he surged into the box. Van Dijk came across and got his body in front of the Southampton midfielder, choosing to try to shepherd the ball back for goalkeeper Alisson to collect instead of clearing his lines, despite the latter being a more sensible option. But Alisson was slow to react, and Southampton's Matheus Fernandes had also made his way into the box. The hesitation allowed Fernandes to apply extra pressure, resulting in Alisson making a mess of trying to clear the ball with his feet. Smallbone then responded quickest, and placed a composed finish past the scrambling goalkeeper to give Southampton a surprise lead. It is not the first time Alisson and Van Dijk have been involved in a mix-up, Arsenal away last month being one example, but after a flat first half from Liverpool, a collective error from their 2 senior players was not what they needed. Did Nunez take his chance? After his match-winning assist during a 23-minute cameo against PSG, Nunez was given his first start since the 4-0 victory against Tottenham Hotspur in the Carabao Cup over a month ago. Substitute appearances against Wolverhampton Wanderers and Aston Villa during February had seen Slot criticize the strikers' behavior publicly. His performance in midweek was a step forward, and he was given the chance to build on it at home against rock-bottom Southampton. He did exactly that as, in the space of 2 minutes, he scored the equalizer and then won a penalty as Liverpool turned a surprise deficit into a 2-1 lead shortly after halftime. Up to that point, though, it had been a difficult afternoon for the league leaders number 9. Liverpool were sluggish in possession in the opening 45 minutes, and the half chances Nunez got, a close-range header, a shot from the edge of the area, and an overhead kick, he could not put away. There was plenty of work rate out of possession, but his frustrations did begin to show as a late challenge on Walker Peters was checked as a potential red card, but referee Lewis Smith's on-field decision of a booking stood. Slot made those 3 changes at halftime, but chose to stick with his Uruguayan striker as he reshuffled the team, and it was a decision that paid off. First, his movement saw him beat Armel Belakotchap to the near post to steer in a low Diaz cross. Then, he was fouled by a clumsy Smallbone in the box from the next attack, and Salah dispatched the resulting penalty. Slot shows he's not to be messed with. Slot was clearly not happy with what he watched in the first half and was proactive and decisive with 3 changes at the break. It had been a sloppy and sluggish first 45 minutes from Liverpool. They were careless in possession and didn't have the usual zip and sharpness to their play. Slot had obviously seen enough from a seat in the stand and had his assistants send on Robertson, Mac Allister, and Elliott for Szoboszlai, Jones, and Tsimikas. The impact of those substitutions was almost immediate as Elliott forced a save from Aaron Ramsdale in the second half's opening minutes, which ignited the Anfield crowd. The 21-year-old, fresh off scoring the late winner against PSG, was at his typical busy best, knitting Liverpool's attack together and adding speed and impetus when on the ball. Mac Allister provided more control in the middle of the park, using the ball smartly to start attacks. Robertson was an upgrade on Tsimikas after the Greece international endured a difficult first half, and his front foot defending and running from deep provided an extra attacking dimension. Collectively, the trio added an energy that had been missing from Liverpool's first half performance and that spread across the rest of the team with several starters, including Diaz and Nunez, much improved after the break.